right, guys, we'll get started in just a minute here. Gather whatever you need. Take class, maybe a yoga mat or some water. We'll get started in a couple minutes. Alrighty, just a couple more minutes here. Like I said, yoga mat if you need it, water if you need it, maybe some tea. I always say, yeah, get started in a couple minutes here. I hope everyone's doing well. Give it another minute here before we start. Yeah, hope everyone's doing good. As always, feel free to leave any suggestions in the comments for any sort of, specific stretch or type of class you'd like in the future. I'm always open to suggestions. Happy to help you guys out. So go ahead and just comment if you have any ideas, anything you'd like to do, or to stretch out, or if you're feeling any sort of way, if you just want to chat, you know. You can also reach out on Instagram through BreakOut Studios, or you can try to find me if you have anything in specific you'd like. So, all right. If you don't know, this is Marty, my dog, my child. Oh man. All right, so let's go ahead and start off class like we always do with our breathing. So we can choose to either, you can choose to be on our backs, and in any position, you can do your feet planted, you can stretch out, you can do a reclined butterfly, whatever you're feeling today. So go ahead and get into that supine position, finding wherever's most comfortable for you. And we'll go ahead and start hands out through the mouth. And we begin breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we'll we'll just stay here for a moment for a quick body scan. Going from head to toe, noticing if you're holding any tension in your body. With every exhale, trying to release a little deeper into the floor. Making sure that our exhales are just as long as our inhales. Nice, even breaths here. Couple more moments like this, focusing in on our breath. And let's come back together with 3 more breaths. We begin breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Rolling onto your side, pushing yourself up into a comfortable seat. And let's make our way to a tabletop position here. Let's go ahead and move through some cat-cows really fast on your own timing. Not going to spend too much time here, but just really using this exercise to get into our body. And checking to see how all of our joints are feeling today. As always, you can also do some side-to-side lateral C's, curves. Getting into that side body. You can also take this exercise into a circle. If you do decide to do a circle, make sure that you go both ways to stay nice and even. And returning back to center, let's go ahead and tuck our toes and push back into a downward facing dog. And just take a moment here to tread through the feet. And sending those heels down, hips towards the ceiling. Lengthening through the backs of our legs. Good. And let's go ahead. We're just going to shoot that downstage leg towards the ceiling. And go ahead and let that hip fall open. Bringing that back leg to an attitude. And just take a few ankle circles here. Opening up through those hips. And stretch that leg. Bring it back down. Other side. Up stage leg towards the ceiling. And letting that hip fall open. Moving into some ankle circles here. And shooting that leg up. Coming back to downward facing dog, treading through the feet. And sending those heels down to the ground, sit bones to the ceiling. Good. And again, shooting that downstage leg towards the ceiling. We're going to bring it through into a low lunge. And just take a moment here to feel this position, making sure that we're not overextending our lunge here, yeah? So this stays at a nice 90-degree angle while we're here. Just take a second here to get comfortable. And let's go ahead and move through some cat-cow lunges. And so for our cow lunges, feel free to bend your back leg a bit if you need to. Just support that joint. You don't want any stress on it. Let's go ahead and move into a cow lunge. And cat. And cow. And cat. Again, cow. And cat. And return back to low lunge. Go ahead and we're just going to take this back leg, bend it a bit, scoot it up into a nice pyramid pose here. So get comfortable, make sure our hips are nice and square to the front, headlights are facing forward. Don't hike this hip up, and then don't also hike this hip up. But staying nice and even here. We're going to take a nice lift in the chest and fold over this leg. Taking a moment here to feel the stretch and get comfortable. Every exhale, releasing a little bit further into that leg. Making sure our weight is evenly distributed through the front and back leg. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of motion going in here. So we're going to go ahead and plie that back leg and flex our front to get a deeper stretch of that hamstring. And returning center, rocking onto the front leg, pointing the back, and coming back center. Again, with that motion, plie the back, flex the front, move through center, point the back leg, and release. Again, flexing back, moving through center, onto that front leg. One more time, we flex it back. Keeping those hips nice and square, moving forward, and returning back to center. Slowly moving back into our low lunge. Good. And let's loosen back up by doing some cat-cows here. On your own timing. Increasing mobility through our hips right now. Low lunge. Good. So now go ahead. We're just going to gently step forward and bring our feet together into a nice forward fold. And then just separate the feet about hip width distance apart here. And we're going to go ahead, no matter where you're at for the evening, maybe we can't even get to our toes, that's fine. But you can either decide to stay here, or we can deepen the stretch by completely folding over. You want to be dropping the crown of the head here. And just releasing over those legs. For an even deeper stretch, go ahead and tuck those palms under your feet. Reach the chest forward. And pull the chest down towards those shins. You can also just grab onto your calves here. Making sure we're keeping our weight toes to get the most stretch through the backs of our legs. Couple more breaths here. Feel free to shift the weight side to side maybe. Bending the legs if needed. Taking a big inhale. Exhale, pull a little closer. Again, inhale. Exhale, pull closer. Last time, inhale. Exhale up closer. And release. Gently moving back into our low lunge. Good. And then a couple cat-cows here. Loosen back up. Return to low lunge. We're going to go ahead and return to our first pyramid pose here. Again, making sure our weight is evenly distributed across the front and back leg. We're going to take a nice halfway lift here. We're going to go into reverse pyramid. So we're going to reach that front arm up towards the ceiling. And try to keep our hips square here. It's easy to hike them up, so try to pull back in the hips and stay nice and square. We're just going to stay here for a moment. We should be getting a nice stretch to the back of the legs and a little bit through that outer hip. Trying to rotate our chest towards the ceiling. Releasing in those glutes. Noticing if you're holding any tension. Taking a bind maybe if you wish. And you can rotate that chest a little higher. And release it down back into pyramid. Slowly moving back into our low lunge, couple cat-cows. Good. And moving back into our low lunge. So we're going to come back to what was our forward fold, except we're going to take this back leg and cross it behind our front leg. Yeah, so I take my low lunge, I'm going to cross behind here and move into a nice forward fold to get a stretch through our IT band. Same thing, just try to release as much as we can over those legs. Making sure to breathe here. With every exhale, release a little deeper into the fold. Trying to keep our weight in our toes. Get the most out of this stretch. Couple more breaths. And gently uncross your legs and return into our low lunge. Again, a couple cat-cows, whatever feels good for you here. Coming back into our low lunge. Now, if you wish, you can drop your back knee for this or stay in a full lunge. Mover's choice. So go ahead and move into whatever position feels comfortable for you. And we're just going to return to that easy twist that we did in our reverse pyramid. So taking another moment here, just open up through that chest. Maybe take a bind if you wish. And we're going to gently release down, walk our foot across, and move into a pigeon pose, yeah? So as always, the goal is to have a nice 90-degree angle here with the front leg. However, if you are feeling a little bit tired, you can move that heel in closer towards your pelvis. So find wherever is most comfortable for you, and just release as deep as you can into that stretch. Same here, making sure we're keeping our hips nice and square. We don't want to roll too far onto one hip. Releasing into the stretch as much as you can. Noticing if you're holding any tension. And gently rolling up through the spine. Go ahead, untuck that leg, and just meet you back in a downward facing dog, treading those feet. Sending those heels down, hips towards the ceiling. And other side, shoot that up, stage leg towards the ceiling. And move through into the low lunge. Taking a second to get comfortable here. And taking me through cat-cows here now. Loosen up our range of motion. And returning to low lunge. Gently picking up our back foot into a pyramid stretch. Gently reach that chest forward. And release over our leg. Squaring off our hips. Paying attention to our alignment. If you have hyperextension, make sure you're not pushing back into that knee, but you're still supporting it with your muscles. And go ahead, let's move through this pose a bit. So flexing that front leg, plying the back. And stretch through center. Moving onto that front leg, pointing the back. And center. Again, plie, flex. Rolling through center. Weight goes onto the front leg, point. And return center. Plie, flex it back. And center. Shifted point. Center, one last time, plie, flex back. And center. Rolling forward, point. And center. Good. Holding over here. And gently releasing back down into a low lunge. Moving through some cat-cows, your own timing. Coming back to low lunge. Now gently step forward into a forward fold, making sure our hips or our feet are hip width distance apart. And go ahead, just get comfortable here for a moment. And maybe choose a different style for this forward fold. Again, you can tuck your hands under your feet if you didn't do that before. You can maybe wrap around the legs. Get a nice arm stretch here. Whatever you'd like. And we'll just stay here for a few rounds of breath. We think of sending those sits bones to the ceiling and the crown of the head to the floor. A nice oppositional line. Facing as much as possible, tightening your spine. And go ahead, let's take a deep inhale. And exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale, release. And one more time, inhale. Exhale, pull close as you can. And gently release the fold. And move back into our low lunge. Whew. That was a lot. All right, couple cat-cows here, your own timing. Good. And returning back to center. And gently moving back into our pyramid pose here. Getting comfortable, finding the right weight. Keeping a nice lift in the chest. Go ahead, plant your hand, and lift the opposite side towards the ceiling. If your balance is feeling a little iffy, keep that gaze towards the floor, or if you're feeling adventurous, go ahead and look either at the wall or towards the ceiling. And just take a moment here to stretch that chest and those legs, keeping our hips nice and square. Couple more breaths here. And go ahead, release back down into our lunge, moving through cat-cow lunges for a moment. Good. And returning back to low lunge. Gently stepping our foot up for a cross forward fold. So now our other foot tucks behind our front foot. And lifting the chest here and releasing over. All right. Continuing our breath here. Making sure to release that chest as much as possible. sure you're getting the most you can for that IT band stretch. And gently releasing back into our little lunge here. Moving through cat-cow a few times. And returning back to low lunge. Good. Now if you need to, go ahead, drop your back knee. We're just going to take our nice, easy twist like we did in our reverse pyramid. Another opportunity to just open that chest. Maybe let the hips sink down a little farther. Really reaching through those fingertips. Good, and gently releasing that hand back down to the floor. Now gently walk our foot across into our pigeon stretch. Marty. He's chewing on my mirror, so gotta keep him distracted. Go ahead, find wherever's most comfortable for you, and release over. Really trying to press those hips into the floor, nice and square. Couple more breaths here. Checking in, noticing if you're holding any tension in your shoulders. And gently we'll roll up to a comfortable seat. And let's just have our legs stretched out in front of us, feet flexed. And let's go ahead, just reach forward for a minute just to get a stretch through those hamstrings. Adding length behind our knees, chest forward. And release over. And rolling up. Flexing those feet, taking hold, and reaching the chest forward. Make sure you don't pop the ribs out though, but you still keep the back engaged. Support both sides of the body. gently releasing over. Gently rolling up. We're going to go ahead and take a nice IT band stretch here. So flexing our feet. We're going to grab our downstage leg with our upstage arm or hand. And you're going to gently push and pull up. It might help to get a deeper stretch if you sickle your foot. I know one of the only times in dance that a sickle is going to be okay, but it'll get you a deeper stretch through that IT band. So go ahead, get to this position, and we're going to reach our opposite arm back to get more of an oppositional energy and pull across our body. Taking the gaze away from the foot. Making sure that our abs stay engaged to support our low back in the twist. And go ahead, release over. Switching sides. Again, really pay attention to that oppositional energy. Keeping good posture here. And gently releasing over. Switching again. First side, peeling open. Learning a few tricks to keep the dog entertained while teaching. I don't know how those of you with kids at home are doing this, but nice golf clap to you. Very, very good. Couple more breaths here. And go ahead, instead of releasing over, we're going to bend our bottom leg in, tuck our top leg over, and just take a gentle twist of the spine here. And releasing out of that, moving to the other side of the IT band stretch. And gently bending that bottom leg, crossing over the top, taking a gentle spine twist. And coming out of that, go ahead, and we're just going to move on to our backs now for a few stretches here. So go ahead and bring your downstage leg up towards your chest, pull it in nice and tight. And we're gonna go ahead and go into a nice turned in passe position, taking a nice spinal twist here, sending our knee up stage and our arm down stage for a nice twist. Feeling that oppositional pull here. And go ahead, let's switch. Pulling our upstage leg into our chest. And twisting over into a passe. And returning back to center. Same idea, we're gonna bring our downstage leg in towards our chest. We're gonna straighten up all the way and cross over into a nice low back twist and IT band stretch. Same thing here. With this crossover leg, you can sickle the foot to get a deeper stretch for that IT band, thinking of pulling our foot one way and sending our hip the other. You want to think of the hips being nice and stacked here. Couple more breaths like this. Again, making sure our hips are nice and square, trying to keep our chest towards the ceiling, nice and open. And gently release the leg. And switching sides, bringing the upstage leg into our chest, sending it up towards the ceiling, and crossing over here, sickling if need be. Pulling back in our hip. Keeping our breaths nice and long and relaxed. Couple more breaths here. Good. Gently releasing our leg. And just gently just get motion back into those hips. Windshield wiper the leg side to side. Good. Now rolling up or rocking and rolling up, whatever you like. We're just gonna go ahead and finish out with a nice frog here, yeah? We spend a lot of time stretching the backs of our legs and spending a lot of time in internal rotation. So let's take a second to be in our external rotation here. You can do the frog. I'll let you choose where it's your knees are on the ground, your knees and your feet are on the ground, and you're reaching your hips downward, or you can do the kind where your pelvis is on the floor, your feet are up, and you're reaching them towards the ground. Wherever you'd like, or you can move in between. Whatever feels best for you right now. Just to get a nice stretch of those inner thighs and hips to even us out. Couple more breaths here. Really relaxing that pelvis into the floor. Keeping your low abs engaged to support that low back, lumbar spine. And gently releasing out of that stretch, returning to a comfortable seat. Good, and let's finish out the class with 3 nice, big, deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Marty. We begin breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Awesome job tonight, everyone. Thanks so much for watching and coming here. Breakout, thank you so much for being here and taking our classes. Go ahead and check out our other content on our YouTube page for upcoming class schedules. Go ahead and check Facebook or Instagram. Just thanks so much for being here. Come again for a similar class on Thursday. Again, if you have any suggestions, questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and let me know in the comments. And I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Thanks so much. Have a good night, everyone.